All right, we should be streaming live here. Hello world, how's it going out there? My name is Bliss and I'm an engineer at Neuralink. And I'd like to introduce you to the first ever user of the Neuralink device. And I think you're my only telekinetic friend that I have.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, not many more of those out there. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Nolan Arbaugh. I'm 29 years old. About 8 years ago, I was in kind of a freak diving accident and dislocated my C4, C5. So I'm a complete quadriplegic. So I'm paralyzed from below the shoulders. I have no sensation or movement below my level of injury, so below my shoulders. Yeah, that about covers it, right?
All right, yeah, so while he's been introducing himself, let me just flip the camera on so you can see what Nolan's been doing.
Yeah.
Let me come over here. Do you want to explain a little bit what's going on here?
Yeah, so I love playing chess, and so this is one of the things that y'all have enabled me to do, something that I wasn't able to really do much the last few years.
And that was also done with your brain?
Yep, it's all brain power up there.
Can you explain a little bit just to people who maybe don't have any context on this field or what's going on here? Yeah. How are you able to actually move the cursor?
Yeah, so we started out with trying out a few different things. We basically went from what we call kind of differentiating, like imagined movement versus attempted movement. So a lot of what we started out with was attempting to move. So I would attempt to move, say, my right hand, left, right, forward, back to move. And from there, I think it just became intuitive for me to start imagining the cursor moving. Basically, it was like using the force on a cursor, and I could get it to move wherever I wanted. Just stare somewhere in the screen, and it would move where I wanted it to, which was such a wild experience.
This guy wants to know if you feel like a wizard.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. It really is. It's so cool. I'm so freaking lucky to be a part of this and stuff. I mean, every day it seems like we're learning new stuff, and I just can't even describe how cool it is to be able to do this.
And then maybe just one final question. Your mom was showing me a bunch of pictures of you in different Halloween costumes over the years. It's something that you go nuts on. So now that you have like actual, force control over stuff, I guess that opens up the possibility space there a bit. What are you thinking to dress up as this year?
I mean, something my friends and I have been wanting to do for a while. I think I'm going to be Professor X. I think that's pretty fitting. Not only because he's in a wheelchair, and I think that just obviously fits perfectly, but now I'm actually a telekinetic, basically. Yeah, and so it's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool. My friends and I are really excited about it.
You're going to freak people out when you say trick or treat.
I know, right?
Okay, I think that's it for today. Anything else you want to add before signing off? We got more work to do, a lot to learn about the brain here.
Absolutely, I've got more work to do, boy. Things are moving quick and fast. And Neuralink are not the only company that has this technology, just so you know. Neuralink are not the only company that has this technology. So before we start, I want to give all the praises and the glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak, Kodash. Yahweh is the name of the Most High. Yahweh Shai is the name of the Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the 144,000 of the house of Israel. So, as you can see, it's quite clear of the house of Israel. Yeah, they're not the only company that's got it, but this is kind of like a bit of a breaking news this morning, that this is the actual guy that's had the transplant, and he is able to use it telepathically to move things within the digital world just by thinking about it, because he has the MOTB. Now, he probably doesn't know that. There's no way he knows that, basically. What he signed up for. I mean, all he's looking for is for the ability to be able to interact again. So I mean, it's kind of like it's been on. It's just come out on the news this morning. This is the same guy here that see the BBC talked about it. All the main news channels and everyone's talking about it. Elon Musk brain chip company Neuralink has shown his first patient moving a cursor on a computer using an implanted device in a 9-minute video, which we just played some of it. Formerly Twitter, Noland Arbagon uses the cursor to play chess online. So we just heard his story, we just read it. It says the company's goal is to connect the human brains to computers to help tackle complex neurological conditions. And that's the door that opens up for it to become a regular device for people to have as well. You know, people will be signing up to have this who don't have any sort of paraplegic issues or health issues. It will become part of the norm where you can get this transplant done if you want to enhance your capability of interacting with computers. You know, all this AI stuff that's all out there, it's all connected. That's why it's called the IoT, Internet of Things, and it's all connected basically. So, you know, as you saw here, it says the surgery was super easy. Blah, blah, blah. Mr. Arba also said that he had used the brain implant to play the video game Civilization 6. Neuralink gave him the ability to do that again and play for 8 hours straight, he said. However, Mr. Arba said the new technology was not perfect and they have run into some issues. Neuralink's device, which is about the size of £1 coin, is inserted into the skull with microscopic wires which can read neuron activity and beam back a wireless signal to a receiving unit. So the company also claims to run trials in pigs, claims monkeys, version of the video game Pong. Neuralink was given permission to test the chip on humans by the Food and Drug Agency, which is the FDA, in May 2023, as we all knew about that. Neuralink is one of a growing number of companies, this is where I want to get to, and university departments attempting to refine and ultimately commercialize this technology. All right, simple, because that's the aim, is to commercialize this technology. Neuralink is one of a growing number of companies. There's other companies that got technology as well, and university departments attempted to refine and ultimately commercialize this technology. So when they mean commercialize, it becomes an everyday regular thing, basically. So this is where they're at. This is part and parcel of what they're planning on doing and what they're going to do. I'm not really going to spend long on this. We know this is prophesized. This is why the scripture says, is it 1 Thessalonians? All right, that's why the scripture says, 1 Thessalonians chapter 2. 2 Thessalonians, probably I want 2 Thessalonians 2. Okay. So yeah, no, I'm just going to go straight to the point where I'm going to go to here. Just going to type it in. Maybe I'm looking at it and I'm not seeing it. Okay. Second Corinthians. I always think it's 2 Thessalonians. It's 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And this is the last main device that Satan, which is the word Satan just means adversary, basically, right? This is the last major device that Satan's going to bring forward. It's this device here. It's the Neuralink for commercial purposes. Just like he says, Neuralink is one of a growing number of companies with university departments attempting to refine and ultimately commercialize this technology. So, as the Apostle Paul says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And this is one of the last main devices. Well, this is, in a sense, the last main device that Satan is going to push out. upon the nations, basically, where it's going to become a global phenomenon, because the idea is exactly what it says here, to commercialize the technology so it becomes everyday use. Yeah, so people can use it to do what they want, when they want. It's going to be, it's going to be a device for everyone to have access to it, and ultimately it's going to be the device that's going to be used for buying and selling, as we all know. All right, so we all know that ultimately it's going to be the device this is the main plan behind the device, is Revelations 13 and 16, as we all know, which is the mark. That's the device there itself. The chip is the mark, the charagma, the karats I spoke about yesterday. I'm not going to go into it, don't need to. I think people should know it by now, exactly what we're referring to. That is the actual chip, the device that they're going to use, that everyone's going to need to buy and sell. Basically, say he that has the mark or the name of the beast. So as it says, mark in their right hand or in their forehead, is going to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive this mark. So this is where the commercialization comes in of this device. This is why they say that, right? The ultimate aim is to commercialize the chip. So this is going to be the ultimate use for it. It's going to be a means of transaction, of you doing a transaction within this new digital world that they're getting ready to set. There's a lot of things going on right now, right? A lot of stories coming out here and there about other little things and this and that. But these are distractions for the world. Right? So there's other stories coming out about certain things going on around the world. And these are all what we would call distractions. These are all distractions for the people, basically. Yeah, complete distraction. So we're going to see a lot of that. We're going to see a lot of these distractions taking place in these last days as well. But this is the main event. The main event is the microchip, basically, and that. So anyway, I just quick one. I didn't want to spend long on this. Just kind of want to just bring this out. You know the message. You know what it is. You know what we're talking about. For those of you that are in the truth, for those of you that's coming into the truth, understand this. This device,
All right, we should be.
is ultimately going to be used for medical reasons. Then they're going to commercialize it, as I said, and it's already being used out there for people to buy and sell. To enter their houses, their doors, their cars, their digital profiles online, and it's just going to become more commercialized and more common. Can become like common for everybody to see and have. So, on that note, pray you're edified. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Shem Rakak, Dash, Shalom, 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 all praises.